Welcome back and happy Scraptember. Today's video is all about one of my favorite techniques, fussy cutting. Whether you're trimming florals, frames or fun little icons, fussy cutting is an excellent and magical way to add personal touches and dimension to your layouts. So grab your scissors, get cozy and let's turn those pattern papers into something extra special. Hi, it's Kathy here and thank you to all who have subscribed and helped me reach 700. I am so totally appreciative of that. Today is day 28 of Scraptember and you got it, we are fussy cutting. So first of all, I showed you the butterfly paper from Vicky Bouton and I went off screen and I fussy cut all of those butterflies because I'm going to use them on this layout. Now this video is a quick one, it's not a very long one because all the work was done in the fussy cutting. And I'm not going to lie, fussy cutting does take time. It's not something that you can just sit down and do in 1 second. It does take a little bit of time and it does take a whole lot of practice. So if you're new to fussy cutting, get yourself a really comfortable pair of scissors. Short blades are really good for fussy cutting and allows you to manipulate the paper so much easier. So what I'm doing here is I am marking off where I'm going to place my photos, and that's so that when I lay out my butterflies in the design, I know where not to cover and where to layer them so that you will still see them with the photos. So what I'm doing now is I'm sorting them by size because that's going to be important, and I'm just going to create like a wreath of butterflies and I'm moving them and manipulating them around the layout, as you can see, mixing and matching the colors so that there's a equal smattering of colors across the layout, and that's helping to build that visual balance. And so I'm also then going down with these next size butterflies and I'm putting those into the corners to set up a second ring of butterflies. And this does require some playing. Now, that inner wreath of butterflies, a lot of them will get covered, but that's okay because I expected that to happen, but they will hint out from underneath. So that ring of butterflies in the middle will go down flat, and then I will do a mixture of butterfly wings up for the outer circle. Now, as you can see here, I'm just manipulating it around so it fits in nicely and that I can map it out so that it fits into the design quite easily. Now, it does require a little bit of manipulation, and off screen I have gone and done that. So I did put that inner circle in the middle. I did need 4 more butterflies to go into the second ring, and that you saw I got from another Vicky Bouton paper that had a different range of butterflies, and I balanced it out there. Now, the colors of the butterflies balance the colors in my photos, and this was a butterfly light tree that was on display at Glow at Sydney Zoo this year. And it's my daughter standing under the tree there, and I thought, well, what perfect thing to do but the butterflies in the wreath around the layout with the dark purples and the oranges as picked out through the photos. I do like how this has come together, and I'm using these Simple Stories thickers, stickers, and I'm going to put in the title Magic. I think I got Hello Magic there, but I don't think that actually fits it well. So I'm going back with my original thought of just plain Magic, and I do think that that's turned out quite well. As I said, it is a very quick and simple layout. The detail is the fussy cutting, and who else but scrapbookers get a beautiful piece of paper, cut it all apart, and then glue it all back together in a different arrangement. But that's the art of fussy cutting. I'm finishing off here with some faux stitching and a white pen, and I'm just going around the edge of my frame of that paper. All of the papers I'm using here today are Vicky Bouton. They are bright, they're colourful, they match my photos. I love, anyone who's been watching knows I love Vicky Bouton and her range of papers, and I just think they add so much when you have really bright photos. My goodness, can't even speak today. So I'm just putting in that extra faux stitching there, and that is finishing off that layout. I'm going to add in some Nuvo drops around the layout to fill in some of those empty spaces. This time it will not be odd numbers, they will be even numbers, and you will see me fix that up in a moment. I really do like how this works out. It balances out those empty spaces. So each corner actually has the sets of 3, and then within the circles there are sets of 3. So it's setting up triangles within the triangles. So it's pretty an easy way for the eye to roam right around that layout. So thank you to the Scrappy Sisters, because Scraptember is a fun month, and lots of people play along this month, and they enjoy the challenges and the prompts, and it gets that creative flow happening. So if you haven't checked them out, go to their Facebook page and you can see the grid for September. You don't have to have done it all in September. You can play all year, filling out different prompts and filling out the grid throughout the year. Check out what everybody else is doing by going to the playlist, which I'll have linked down below, and you'll be able to be inspired by all the amazing creators out there. And trust me, there are some very, very talented creators out there, and I love just watching what they do with the prompts. So here's my layout. I just added in some white splatters to add some more contrast to the layout, and I'm really thrilled with how that turns out. You can see the Nuvos there, the fussy cutting around those butterflies, how they all come together to build that layout. The butterflies that have their wings up so that they add dimension and texture, and those splatters for that artistic flair at the end. So once again, thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me, and if you are new to my channel and you haven't hit that subscribe button, do it now so that you don't miss any of my content as it rises. And don't forget, there is that full playlist link down below, and I do suggest you go and check out what other people are doing. Fussy cutting is a great way to scrap. Stay creative, friends. Thanks for watching. Here's my next video for you, and I'll see you there real soon.